Let's start the session. I'm sharing my screen.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Just give
Yes,
me
sir.
one second.
Audible, sir.
So let's start the session. So today would be the last class of ITIL. Then from Monday, we will start the troubleshooting part. Tomorrow, there is no session from my side. And on Sunday also, there is no session from my end. Rest of the sessions will be running as it is. I will take the session on Monday now. So let's start. I hope my voice is audible.
Yes, sir.
Audible, sir.
Okay, good. So we have two topics to complete in ITIL. So let's complete that part. So the first one will be change management. In the change management, we have to discuss what is change management. Then we have to talk about CAB, ECAB. Then we have to talk about normal change and emergency change. We also call it expedite. Then we have to talk about severity and priority. We will talk about SLA metrics, like what will be our SLA on the tickets. And we have to talk about the ticket states on portal. So this is what we need to discuss. So let's start with the severity and priority first. Then we will talk about change management. So when we talk about severity and priority, what happens? Let's talk about severity first. So whenever there is any technical issue in the company, whenever there is any IT issue, every issue will have certain impact on business. Whenever the issue will come in the company, every IT issue will have certain business impact on the business. मतलब कभी भी टेक्निकल इश्यू आएगा उसका कोई ना कोई बिजनेस पे इम्पैक्ट होगा. So that impact is known as severity. Whenever there is any IT issue in the company, that IT issue will have certain impact on the business. Business will be impacted because of that issue, and that impact is known as severity. So impact जो हो रहा है business के ऊपर जो effect पड़ रहा है उसको severity बोलते हैं. The effect which is happening on the business because of the IT issue, that is called severity. And every IT issue will have certain impact. Just like in our discussions, we have taken the example Sumit is unable to send the mail, and Sumit was from the HR team. So he has to send very important mail to the selected candidates, but he could not do so. So that was the impact to the business. We lost those candidates. So every issue will have certain severity. And when we talk about the severity, severity means impact on the business. So when we talk about severity, severity can be very high. High means impact can be very high. There are some issues, because of that, there is a huge impact on the business. Severity can be medium, impact can be medium on the business, or impact can be low on the business. But yes, whenever there will be any impact, there will be business loss. So whenever there is any IT issue, there will be impact on the business. That is called severity. And when we talk about the types of severity, so the types of severity means high, medium, and low. So impact level can be high, it can be medium, it can be low. When we talk about the high severity issue, so the issue which is impacting the entire company, when the company wide impact is there, when the company wide impact is there, or a particular department is impacted, that is called high severity issue. When the complete company is impacted because of the IT issue, or a particular department is impacted, because of the IT issue, that is called high severity issue. For an example, if in the company, all the employees who are working in the company, if they are not able to connect to the internet, they are not able to connect to the internet. So that is a company level impact. Entire company employees is impacted. That is called high severity issue. So the impact is very huge because employees are not able to connect to the internet. It means somehow their work is getting impacted because they have to work on the applications, they have to work on the softwares, they have to work on the shared drives, but they are not able to access the network. So when the complete company is impacted because of the technical issue, that is called high severity impact. Then comes the next level, which is called medium. So when few employees are impacted at the same time, that is called medium severity issue. Just because of the same issue, if few employees or multiple employees are impacted, that is called medium severity issue. Just like, let's suppose in the HR department, we have 100 employees working. In a company, in the HR department, we have 100 employees working. Out of 100, 30 employees are not able to connect to the Wi-Fi. 70 employees are able to connect to the Wi-Fi. 30 employees are not able to connect to the Wi-Fi in the HR team. So this is called medium impact. Not all the employees are impacted, only few employees are impacted. That is a medium impact. And when we say low severity issue, so when a single individual is impacted, when the single person is impacted, that is called low severity issue. Amit is not able to send the mail. That is a single user issue. So it is called low. Ram is not able to log in into the system. Single user issue. So it's a low severity issue. So it does not have much impact on the business. But high severity and medium severities will have very huge impact on the business. So these kind of issues should be treated first. We have to troubleshoot these kind of issues first. Now, in order to understand more, I am citing some examples here because in the company, at the same time, different users will face different issues. So it is not something that at the same time only one ticket is coming from different departments, different employees will face different issues, and multiple tickets will be there in the company. If you talk about a company where 5,000 employees are working in a single branch, so at the same day, there can be 60 to 70 tickets. 60 to 70 IT issues will come in a same day, and that will be divided into different engineers. If it is a company where 2,000 employees are working in a single branch, the ticket count can be 20 to 30 in a single day, and that will be divided among the engineers. So yes, at the same time, there will be multiple issues of different users, and we have to fix that. So I am writing some of the issue examples here, and you guys will have to tell me after that whether it is high severity issue, medium severity issue, or low severity issue. High severity issue tickets will be denoted as S1. S1 means high severity. Medium severity tickets will be denoted as S2, and low severity tickets will be denoted as S3. This is how the thing works. So I'm writing some examples here. So my first example is Sumit is unable to send the mail. Then the second example, let's say Amit is not able to connect with network printer. The third example we have is finance app server is down and entire finance department. In the finance team, we have 120 users is unable to work on application. This is also one of the example. Then in HR team, 7 out of 15 employees, 15 users are unable to access network drive link. Seema is unable to log into system. Ram is not able to use wireless mouse. VP of the company is unable to connect to Wi-Fi. So these are some of the examples of the issues. Now you guys will tell me whether it will be S1, S2 or S3. Look at the chart here. I am pasting in the chat box just for your reference. So it is there in the chat box. S1 means when the complete company is impacted or a particular department is impacted. When few employees are impacted, that will be severity 2, S2. And when only a single user is impacted, that will be S3. So I have pasted the notes into the chat box. You can refer that. And now tell me what will be the first issue. Sumit is unable to send the mail. Is it S1, S2 or S3?
S3.
It is S3. Why?
S3.
Because it is a single user
Civil,
issue.
no sir, no impact.
It is a single user issue. Only a single user is impacted. So it is a low impacted issue, S3. So when the single user is impacted, it will be S3 always. What about the second one?
Again S3.
It is also S3
S3,
because
sir, same.
only Amit is impacted. Amit is not able to connect to the printer. So again, low severity. What about this one?
S1.
S1 sir.
S1, S1.
It is S1 because finance application server is down. And in the finance team, we have 120 users and they are not able to work on the software. So it is S1. It has the high severity issue. It is impacting the business very much. 120 employees are not able to work. Complete department is impacted. So it is S1. What about this?
S2. S2.
It is S2 because in the HR team, we have 15 users. Out of 15 users, 7 users are unable to access the network drive link. So it is a medium severity issue. Not all the employees are impacted, only few employees are impacted because of the same issue at the same time. Seema is not able to log in into the system.
S3. S3.
S3, single user issue. What about this, Ram?
S3.
S3, single user issue. What about VP? Vice President of the company.
S1.
S1.
It will be S3 because it's a single user issue and ITIL does not give the preference to the designation. It always gives the preference to the impact. कि impact कितना है. Although it will be S3 in the company, but yes, in Indian culture, he is the VP. So of course, he is very topmost senior person. So we will send the engineer. We will give the priority, but in the records, we will have to maintain it as S3 only because it's a single user issue. So, but yes, it's a Indian, it's like in India, we have to give the priority. So we will send the engineer on high priority with the VP. Otherwise, VP will escalate. VP को बुरा लग जाएगा. That's the Indian mentality. So we have to send the engineer. We will have a lot of engineers in the company. But yes, on the record, because it is a single user issue, so it will be S3. S3 ही होगा ये. Forget about CEO, forget about VP. If a single user is facing the issue, it will be S3, low impact. Now, on the ticket, it will be mentioned whether it is S1, S2, or S3. Now, there is one more term which is called priority. Basis on the severity of the ticket, engineer will have to give the priority on the troubleshooting. Basis on the severity of the ticket, whatever is the severity of the issue, engineer will have to give the priority accordingly. Severity के accordingly engineer को priority देनी पड़ेगी troubleshooting के time. So at the time of troubleshooting, engineer will have to give the priority basis on the severity of the ticket. So when we talk about the types of priority, so we have 3 types again: P1, we have P2, we have P3. P1 is critical priority issue, or we can say high priority issue. P2 is medium, or we can call it moderate. P3 is low. So whatever is the severity of the ticket, the priority of the ticket will be decided accordingly. Whatever is the severity of the ticket, the priority of the ticket will be decided accordingly. Just like here, it is S3 ticket, so priority will be low, P3. It is also S3 ticket, so priority will be P3. It is S1, so it means we have to give the highest priority. It will be high priority ticket, critical. Engineer will have to troubleshoot this issue first. If engineer has multiple ticket, let's say engineer have 5 ticket at the same time, and if any ticket is marked as P1, so engineer will have to give the highest troubleshooting priority to that ticket. That ticket will be resolved first. This is S2, so the priority will be P2. Medium priority. Again, it will be P3. It will be P3. And VP of the company, by default, it will be P3. But if the VP is saying, let's suppose the VP is saying that I have a very, very important meeting. I have to do the meeting with the international customers. And if I will not be able to do that, there will be loss of $300 billion to the company. And of course, he is a VP. He is the head of the company. So he might be running a very profitable business. And because he is not able to do the meeting because of the Wi-Fi, so company will be impacted monetarily. There will be financial loss to the business. If CEO, VP, director, project heads, if they are not able to do their meeting, if their work is impacted, so that will impact the finance of the company directly. So yes, severity will be S3 because it is a single user issue. So as per the rule of the ITIL, it will be S3, but we can increase the priority in this case. By default, it is S3. So priority will be P3. But if the VP is saying that I have to attend very, very important meeting, I cannot wait. My issue should be resolved as soon as possible. And that will impact the business of the company. So yes, we can increase the priority. We can give it P1, we can give it P2. If the priority of the ticket is very high, so whatever is the severity, it doesn't matter. If the priority is high, we have to troubleshoot it as soon as possible. Understood? So yes, priority can be high basis on the requirement. Just like in this example, let's suppose in this example, it's Friday. Just assume it's Friday night and it is 7:50 p.m. As per Indian timing, it is 7:50 p.m. when this issue arises in the company. 7:50 पे ये issue आता है. At 7:50, this issue started in the company. 120 employees of the finance team are not able to access the software. At 8 p.m., the shift of these 120 employees will be ended. Shift over. At 8 p.m., the shift of these employees, 120 employees, will get over. So right after 10 minutes, the issue started on 7:50. After 10 minutes, the shift of these employees will get over. And if their shift is over, they will go to their home. They will log out and they will go to their home. They will not sit in the office, right? It's Friday night. Tomorrow there is holiday, Saturday. On Sunday also there is holiday. They will come on Monday again. So we have around 2.5 days of time. We have the Friday night, we have the Saturday complete, we have the Sunday complete. So we have the enough time to troubleshoot this issue. Now impact is huge because entire department is impacted, but employees are not there. They have left for their home. घर चले गए वो तो. So for 10 minutes, the ticket was P1 S1 for 10 minutes. Till 7:50 to 8 p.m. it was S1 P1, but because the employees are not available after 8, so there is no impact. If employees are not there, then who is impacted? है ही नहीं बंदे. So we have the time. That time we can reduce the priority. We can make it P2, we can make it P3. We don't have to give the highest importance to this issue because we have Saturday, Sunday. We can do it within these 48 hours. So that time we can change the priority as well. So it depends whether at the same time there is business impact or not. उस time है कि नहीं है depend करता है. Everyone understood?
Yes, sir.
But by default, whatever is the severity of the ticket, the priority will be same. But if there is no business impact, just like in our example, we have seen this case, that time we can modify the priority as well. And engineer is not going to do that. This will be done by the service tax team. Another engineer is not authorized to change the severity priority of the ticket. Service desk can do that after analyzing the business condition. If this kind of situations are there, we can change the priority of the ticket. If VP is impacted, severity will be low because a single user impact is there, but priority will be high because we have to troubleshoot that as soon as possible. He has to attend very important meeting. So this kind of considerations we should know when we have to change the priority, and we are not directly going to change the priority of the ticket. Even service desk can also not do that. We need the approval from the manager of IT. If this is the scenario, your IT manager or your team leader will send the email that please change the priority of this ticket or please reduce the priority of this ticket. It is not something that we will directly go and change the severity priority. We cannot. We have to work as per the rule. If the severity is S3, the priority will be by default as P3. But if there are some special cases like this, if severity is S3, by default priority will be P3. But if the manager is saying that please increase the priority, we have to fix this issue because it's a VP issue. Then only we will change it. Otherwise, it will be P3 by default. फिर नहीं change करेंगे हम. If our senior is saying, senior in the sense only team lead and manager, senior engineer cannot give you the permission. Team lead or manager can give you the permission. That time we can modify the things. Otherwise, no. So always take the permission before altering anything in the company. So every ticket will have severity and priority will be there. Engineer will have to work as per the priority of the ticket. Now, on the basis of the priority, the SLA on the tickets will be decided. As I told you, P1 ticket has to be troubleshooted first, and P3 can have very low impact. So SLA will be decided as per the priority of the ticket. So what are the SLA and response timings in the company? So this is the standard response and SLA. If there is any P1 ticket assigned to the engineer will have to send the first response to the user within 15 minutes. If any P1 ticket is assigned to the engineer will have to send the first response to the user, the acknowledgement mail within 15 days. If engineer fails to do so, there will be escalation, SLA breach. And the troubleshooting time engineer will have is around 4 hours. Within 4 hours, engineer will have to troubleshoot the issue if it is P1. For P2, engineer can send the first response within 30 minutes and engineer will have 8 hours to troubleshoot the issue. For P3, engineer can send the response within 1 hour and engineer can troubleshoot the issue within 72 business hours. Means engineer will have 3 days. So depends what ticket you have got, accordingly there will be SLA. And this is not fixed for every company. Every company can have their different SLA as well. This is the standard SLA as per the ITIL practice. But yes, there are some companies who will modify this timing and they will tell you whatever is their SLA. This is called SLA matrix. Whatever SLA matrix they are following up, they will let you know during the induction. Just like in my company where I am working right now, for the desktop support team, we have the SLA of 24 hours only because we are operating a very critical business. So we have the desktop SLA of 24 hours only. Desktop support team will have to fix the issue within 24 hours. Only 24 hours of SLA is there. There is no 72 hours of case on the P3. If it is P3 ticket, the SLA is 24 hours in my company. But there are some companies who will have 5 days of SLA as well on the P3 ticket. 5 days. There are some company who have 12 days of SLA as well on P3 ticket. So it depends how critical their business is, how badly they need the support. But for the interview perspective, you have to remember this timing. If they will ask you what response and resolution time you are following up in your current company, you can tell them that for S1 we have this, for S2 we have this, and for S3 we have this. Or you can call it for P1, P2, P3 as well. This kind of timing you can discuss throughout your interview. Rest, once you will join the company, there will be different SLA, or there can be same SLA as well. Some companies are using the same, some companies have different. Most of you guys, all of you, service desk, desktop support, all of you will be mostly working on the P3 tickets, because you guys are supporting the employees of the company. So employees will be single individual. So you will be mostly getting the P3 tickets. So you will have a very good response and resolution time. SLA will be very good. P2 tickets you will get somehow, the frequency will be very less. Kabhi, sometime you will get P2 tickets, but the number of ticket will be very, very less. It comes very rarely. And P1 ticket is not for you. You will not get any P1 ticket, because P1 ticket is mostly for the domain team. Domain team means server team, network team, cloud team, database team. Because if the complete company is impacted because of any issue, or a complete department is impacted because of a issue, it means there is a server issue. If I am saying that entire users in the company is not able to connect to the Wi-Fi, so if I have 2000 employees, so I will not go to 2000 employees one by one to check that why you are not able to connect to the Wi-Fi, because that is not a single user issue. If all the employees are not able to connect to the Wi-Fi, it means there is a router level issue. Network is down. So that will be taken care by network team. If finance team is not able to access the application which is running on the finance server, so all the employees are not able to access the same application. So that is not a user level issue. That is the server outage. There is a problem in the server. That is the reason the application is not accessible. So server team will take care of that. So generally, we guys will be getting P2 and P3 tickets on our level. As soon as we grow into different domain level, we will be starting getting the P1 tickets as well. And the SLA will differ accordingly. This is how the thing works. So you will be getting the tickets. Tickets will have the severity and priority. Based on the priority, SLA will be decided and you have to do the troubleshooting. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now let's proceed further. Let's talk about change management. The last term. So let's talk about change management. So whenever there will be any IT related change in the company, whenever we have to do, we people are the IT people. So whenever we have to do any IT related change, we cannot do that directly. We have to set up one of the change management meeting. There will be one of the process that company will have to follow. If they want to do any IT related change, they have to do the meeting first. They have to follow the change management process. Now, what is this? So in the change management process, whenever we want to do any IT related change, we have to set up the meeting first. That meeting is called CAB meeting. It is called CAB meeting. Change Advisory Board meeting. So this meeting has to be set up in the company whenever there will be any IT related change. For an example, let's suppose there is a company called xyz.com. In this company, we have, let's suppose, 2000 desktops plus laptops. So including the desktop and laptops, we have 2000 systems. And what the management has decided, they has decided that we want to change or we want to upgrade the existing operating system of this 2000 system from Windows 8 to Windows 11. Company has decided that we are currently running Windows 8 on 2000 desktop and laptops. इन सारे सिस्टम में Windows 8 चल रहा है. On all the desktop and laptops, we are running Windows 8 right now, but we want to upgrade. We want to upgrade it from Windows 8 to Windows 11. This is one of the change because this is IT related change. So whenever there will be any IT related change, company will have to follow the change management process. And in the change management process, first of all, there will be a meeting. That meeting is called CAB meeting, Change Advisory Board meeting. In the meeting, all the important persons related to the IT team will participate, like IT manager, there will be team leads, there will be the engineers who are responsible, there will be head of departments of that particular IT. So everyone will participate in the meeting, and this meeting generally happens on every week on Wednesday and Thursday. On Wednesday and Thursday, every week this meeting happens in the MNC. On Wednesday, it will happen on 8:30 p.m. Indian timing. On Thursday, it will happen on 9 p.m. Indian timing. It will happen every week for 2 days. In this meeting, in the CAB meeting, there will be CAB meeting. All the important participants will join that meeting, and whatever change we have to do, they will discuss in the meeting. Just like here, what we want to do, we want to change Windows 8 to Windows 11 on 2000 system. So they will discuss the agenda, that what we want to do. So what we want to do, we want to upgrade Windows 8 to Windows 11 on 2000 system. Then they will decide when we have to do that. When we have to do that, what is the date, what is the timing, when we will start it. Then they have to discuss what is the deadline. Deadline means at what time we have to complete the activity. We will start, let's suppose we will start on Saturday of this coming Saturday. Then what timing we will have to complete that activity. So deadline will be decided. After that, who will do that? Who will do? Which engineer will be responsible for this activity? So the name of the engineers will be finalized, that these will be the engineer who will come on Saturday, Sunday as per this timing and who will do this activity. Then how the engineer will do that? How? So there will be a document whenever there is any change in the company related to IT. There will be a document which is called SOP, Standard Operating Procedure. This document will be created by the team lead of the company. In this document, everything will be written step by step. That we want to upgrade Windows 8 to Windows 11. So we have to check this first. After that, how we will install the window, that step will be mentioned there. After that, after installing the window, we have to install the software as well. We have to check the connectivity as well. We have to create the user accounts. We have to update the policy. We have to install the VPN. So whatever we have to do, every checklist will be mentioned in that particular SOP guide. It is like a guide, a standard operating procedure. So it will be there. And it will be created by the team lead, and every engineer who is going to do this activity, they have to follow that. It is mandatory. After that, once everything is finalized, now they will discuss about plan B. Plan B se pehle, before the plan B, they will decide scope of work. Scope of work means we have 2000 systems. We cannot complete 2000 system installation in a single day. That is not possible. On an average, window will get installed using the servers in the company. We will not use any pen drive. So on an average from the server, it will take more than 1 hour. So it is not possible that within 24 hours, we would be able to cover 2000 systems. So they will decide that which system has to complete first. So out of 2000 system, let's suppose we have 100 system from the HR team. So we will complete that one first. So that kind of thing they will decide that which system has to give the priority. After that, they will discuss the plan B. That after installing the window on Monday, when the employee will come to the office, if there will be something wrong, then what is our plan B? If the employee will face any issue, so what is going to be the plan B? So everything will be discussed in the meeting. Management will be discussing all the things. And once everything is discussed, there will be a person in the meeting, which is called change manager. This can be a female, this can be a man. So there is a designation in IT, which is called change manager. It is the part of IT operations and management team. So this person will be finally responsible for approving or rejecting the activity. This is the lead person in the meeting. Whenever we want to do any change, meeting will happen and this person will also be there in the meeting. And after the discussion, we need the approval from this manager. Either he or she will approve it or they have the right to reject it. If they are rejecting, they will give the reason that why I am rejecting this request. After we have the approval from the change manager, then only we can start this activity. So this is the lead person in the CAB meeting and we need the approval from the change manager. This is very important. So as I told you, there will be meeting for 2 days, Wednesday and Thursday. So on Wednesday, there will be CAB meeting. They will discuss what they want to do, how they want to do. So everything will be discussed on Wednesday meeting. ये सब Wednesday को discuss होगा. After that, change manager will take 24 hours. On Wednesday, there is no approval rejection. Change manager will take 24 hours after the Wednesday meeting. And on Thursday meeting, change manager will come and either he will approve it or he will reject it. या तो approve करेगा या तो reject कर देगा. Then only we can start the activity. This is how the change management process works. Now, when we talk about the change, so we have two types of change in company related to IT. It can be normal change. It can be normal change or it can be emergency change. Emergency is also called expedite. When we talk about the types of change, so we have generally two types of change, normal versus emergency. What is normal change? So normal change is that kind of change where we have proper timing available. Just like in our example, this is the example of normal change. We can decide when we can start the upgradation of window, who will do it, what is the timing, how to do it. So we have the proper time available. We have 2000 system, we have proper time available. So it is an example of normal change. And for the normal change, there will be CAB meeting, change advisory board meeting. But there are some changes which is emergency in nature, which is expedite. Just like if you remember one of the example in the workaround, Amit came to the office only for 3 days. He used to do work from home. So he was not able to connect to the Wi-Fi. If you can recall that example, yaad aaya hoga. He was not able to connect to the Wi-Fi. Why? Because there was no IP available in the DHCP. And let's suppose that issue came on Monday. Monday ko aaya wo issue. He is only there in the office for Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. On Monday, he is not able to connect to the Wi-Fi. Engineer identified that there is an issue with the DHCP IP. So we have to increase the IP. So we cannot wait for Wednesday meeting. That is also a change. We have to increase the IP in the DHCP. So that is a change activity. And we have to follow the change management process. But we cannot wait for Wednesday meeting because he is only there for 3 days. It's Monday and we cannot wait for Wednesday. On Wednesday would be the last day of that person in the office. So that is called emergency change. And whenever there will be any emergency change, we will not wait for Wednesday or Thursday meeting. We will do it on the spot, on the same day. So we will do it same day, on the spot. We are not going to wait for the timings. And we have to follow ECAP process. If there is any emergency change, we have to follow ECAP. ECAP means Emergency Change Advisory Board. Process will be same, but this will happen on the spot. उसी time होगा. So that is the reason it is called ECAP, Emergency Change Advisory Board. So meeting will happen on the same day. Approval will happen on the same day. Change manager will not take 24 hours now. It will happen on the same day because we don't have time. It is emergency. And on the same day, the task will be started. That is called emergency change. So the example that I had given you during the workaround to increase one of the IP in the DHCP, that is an example of emergency change. Another example is during the time of COVID, government has decided at the night that we are going to shut down all the offices in India, especially the MNCs. And in the morning, all the offices has to be shut down. So MNCs only had night to start the laptops, to allocate the laptops to the employees so that they can do work from home. So that is also one of the change. We have to enable the laptop so that employee can do work from home. That is also one of the ECAV example. Another example is we have installed one of the update in 2000 system. After installing the update, we found that there is a bug. There is a virus in that update. And we have to uninstall the update from all the 2000 systems within 24 hours. That is also one of the emergency change. We have to uninstall the update within 24 hours. So this is also one of the example. So emergency change means when we don't have time. And normal change means when we have the time, when we have the proper time. So whenever there will be any change, there will be change management process that company have to follow. They cannot do the changes directly. Even if they want to install the operating system on multiple system at the same time, that is a change. And there will be approvals. For single device, we can do that. But if we want to do it on multiple systems, there will be change management process. So management team will do the meeting first, then they will approve it, then they will start the activity. So you should know how the change management works. You can also be the part of this meeting if it is required. अगर आप लोग काम करने वाले हो उस एक्टिविटी पे तो आप लोग भी मीटिंग का पार्ट होगे. If you are supposed to work on that activity, you guys are also going to be the part of that meeting. So you should know what is CAB. So CAB meeting means change advisory board meeting, change related meeting. I hope everyone understood. Now let's talk about the ticket state. So whenever there will be any ticket in the company, tickets will have some state. The first state is new, or it can also be known as assigned. Whenever the service desk will create the ticket first time, if any user is facing the issue, and whenever the service desk will create the ticket, it is called new ticket or assigned ticket. So it will be assigned to any of the engineer. If service desk will work on that ticket first, so it will be assigned to the service desk engineer. If they are transferring the ticket to the desktop support team, so it will be transferred. So new ticket or assigned ticket means the ticket which is just created, the new ticket. And it will be on the name of any engineer. Let's suppose it is assigned to Ram. So Ram is what? Ram is the engineer, assignee. If the engineer has started working on the ticket, it will be open or in progress. Once the engineer will start doing the troubleshooting after checking the ticket, so that ticket status is known as open ticket or in progress status. If the engineer is not doing the troubleshooting right now, they will keep the ticket on pending mode. Let's suppose Ram is the engineer Ram tried to connect with the user that please show me the issue. Can I check your issue? Please show me. I am coming to your desk or I am taking the remote. Please give me the time. What is the issue? Please show me. And if the user is saying that I am not available right now, I am in an urgent meeting. So after 4 hours, I will be free. Then I will show you the issue. So if the user is not available to show you the issue, you cannot do the troubleshooting. So that time you will keep the ticket pending and it will be pending on customer. If the user is not showing you the issue, might be is not available, might be is not responding. So you will keep the ticket pending on customer. If you need some time, if engineer needs some time because they don't know how to fix the issue, or maybe they are busy, maybe they are on lunch break, maybe they are on another ticket, another high priority ticket. So if they don't want to do the troubleshooting at that time, because we have the SLA, if it is P3 ticket, we have 72 hours of time. So we can utilize that timing. So if we are busy somewhere and if we don't want to do the troubleshooting on the same time, so we can keep it pending on IT support. Pending करके रख सकते हैं हम, but we have to do the troubleshooting within SLA. SLA के अंदर में fix होना चाहिए. If we have fixed the issue, the ticket will be on solve state. We will solve it. We will close it. If we have fixed the issue, it will be under solve state. We have to solve it. Solve means close tickets. So finally, after the troubleshooting, we have to close the ticket. This is how the status works. So there is one document which I will share with you, this one. This is the document of the Zendex tool. In the company, there will be different tools. So once you will join the company, they will give you the thorough training on that. But for the interview perspective, they will just ask you which tool you are using in your current company. So you can tell them any one of the name, BMC Remedies, Index that I told you, ServiceNow, Manage Engine, Sharewell. So this is the article of the Zendesk. They will ask you for the service desk interview that how to create the ticket. So it's very simple. Go to the tool. On the top, there will be an option of add. You need to click on add. Then you need to click on ticket option. After that, you need to fill some of the details. The cross one is not for you. You don't have to use the cross options. In the brand, the name of the company will come automatically. If you are working for HCL, so HCL name will come here. In the requester, in this area, in the requester field, you have to type the name of the user who is facing the issue here. The person who is facing the issue, you have to type the name of that person here. If Sumit is facing the issue, so you will type the name of Sumit. In the assignee column, you have to type the name of the engineer who will work on this troubleshooting. If Bobby is doing the troubleshooting, so we will type the name of Bobby here. This is not for you. This is also not for you. This is for the cloud jobs. So this option will not come in your tool. Then this is also not for you. The cross one is not for you. Tag is also not for you. This cross is also not for you. Now here we need to decide the priority. We need to decide what is the priority of the case. So it is P1, P2, P3, whatever, we have to select it here. Then this is also not for you. In the your full name section, we need to type the name of the person who is facing the issue. If Sumit is facing the issue, so we need to type the full name of Sumit here. Then contact number of Sumit. If there is any alternate contact number, then we will type it. Otherwise, no. After that, what is the shift timing of Sumit? We have to select the shift timing so that engineer can contact to the user accordingly. Country option is not for you, it's for cloud. Then severity priority. Impact means severity. Urgency in some company, priority is called urgency. So P1, P2, P3 you have to select here. Here you need to select S1, S2, S3 depending upon the impact. If it is company level impact, it will be S1. If it is a single user impact, it will be S3. Accordingly, you have to select the priority P1, P2, P3. You will click on the drop down and it will be selected. In the incident status, because you are creating a new ticket, so you have to select the new status. New means the ticket is very new. This one, this option you have to select if you are creating a new ticket. Then in the ticket assigned by area, you have to select the name of the service desk engineer who is assigning the ticket. And in the ticket created by also, you need to select the name of the service desk engineer. And finally, there will be an option of submit. You need to click on the submit and ticket will be assigned to the engineer. And it will look like this. There will be ticket ID on the ticketing portal. It will be assigned to the engineer. Engineer will just click on that. It will open. Then engineer will check the issue. Then engineer will have to contact to the user. Ticket is just a documented proof that this user is facing the issue. So we will get the details of the issue from the ticket. What is the contact detail of the user? What is the name of the user? Then we need to ping to the user. You can ping to the user using the ticketing, using the Teams. You can directly call to the user. You can directly go to the desk of the user. Then you can check the issue and you can do the troubleshooting. Once the issue is fixed, go to the ticketing portal, open the ticket, and here in the incident status, click on the drop down, and finally you need to click on solve. Solve means ticket is closed. That's it. So you should know how to create the ticket, how to open the ticket, and how to close the ticket. That will be your role because you have to work on the troubleshooting part. So ticket is just a documented SR proof that you are working on this case. So you should know these three things. And they will also tell you practically once you will join the organization. So you don't have to worry, but you should know ITIL before understanding the ticketing portal. So I'm sharing this document with you in the chat box. You all can download this file. Just give me 1 second. And in case there will be any doubt, you can ask me as well on Monday. So what is the name? Zendesk creation. So I have pasted the file into the chat box. You all can click on this file and you can download that in your system. It is downloadable. So do it right now. Kar lo download. And let me know once it is done.
Done, sir.
So yesterday only I had shared the notes with you as well. So I'm not sharing the notes again. These all topics have been completed now. On Monday, I will start the troubleshooting. So we will discuss different issues like Wi-Fi is not working, user is not able to log in, system slowness, patch related issue, console is not working, network got failed. So these kind of issues we will discuss in the next week, and within 5 days we will complete the troubleshooting part. So your last class with me on next Friday. So on Monday there will be a different topic. ITIL is finished. It is just a conceptual knowledge. Yes.
So please share the notes once again, sir. Yesterday I was absent for the class.
Why?
Sir, due to some technical issues, sir. Data is closed yesterday.
Okay, you can take it. Wait. So take the screenshot. Do you have the screenshot of incident problem? This was day before yesterday. RCA workaround. ये होगा ना? Just check what is your last screenshot in the ITIL. Are you checking? कहाँ चला गया वो? कौन ले रहा था स्क्रीनशॉट? Am I audible?
Over, sir.
Yes, sir.
वो कहाँ चला गया वो?
Yes, sir.
लड़का था लड़की थी? I don't know.
Nandini.
Nandini. So Nandini, have you checked the screenshot? क्लास में नहीं है लग रहा है, 1 मिनट। नंदिनी है तो
नंदिनी।
सही। नंदिनी HS।
Yes, sir.
So Nandini, what was your last screenshot in ITIL? If you don't have, you can take it from the starting as well. Just take it.
Okay, sir.
And let me know once it is done, I will scroll it down.
Finished, sir.
These questions, which is there in the notes, these are very important for the interview. So prepare accordingly for all of you. They will ask you direct question with
Yes, sir.
example
Finished, sir.
as well.
Yes, sir. Completed. Completed, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Finished, sir. Yes, sir.
How are you taking the screenshot? It is too fast.
Sir, I'm taking photo, sir.
Photo. Oh.
Yeah.
From the laptop to mobile.
Yeah, sir.
Oh, understood.
Finished,
I
sir.
was thinking that even we will take the screenshot from the mobile, so it will take 1 or 2 seconds. Okay, you can take it.
Sir. Finished.
Then this one. This is not for you. This is status. Removing it. And it will be pending on IT support. On cloud, we
Yes, sir.
have research. Now take it.
Okay, sir.
So done. So let's connect on Monday then, and we will have rest of the topics. So in the chat box, the Zendex process document is there. You all can download that in case you have not downloaded. I'm going to wrap up this call now. So let's connect on Monday. Have a happy weekend. Thanks for your timing now.